To me, this is an investment for generations. This is something that I hope brings a lot of happiness to people and good times. Hey, good morning, everybody. Tony B here. We are back at Sunny Oak Hills. We have got some cloudy weather, which is nice because it has been flipping hot. But we need some rain. We need a lot of rain up here. We have been working this week on, this is the muscadine field, which is right about 2 acres. We came in last couple of days, had Zach in the bucket of the tractor and with the pole saw, and myself driving, and we were just cutting all the limbs on these oak trees. Some of them were hanging down pretty low. They were catching the canopy of the tractor. Canopy has taken the beating, but we call that the sun visor now. We came in yesterday afternoon, I guess late morning. We kind of devised our own homemade drag, if you will. Basically, we wanted to kind of level off some of this field. It made a huge difference. Was very impressed with that. We did not get to actually spread seed. Kind of funny because I think when I started this week, I said we were finally able to start spreading seed, and I was lying. Not intentionally, but that's the way it worked out. Sometimes things happen. We had some issues with the skid steer that we had to fix. We finally lost a track on it, which, I mean, for all the land we've cleared here and the other jobs we've done with it, this is the first time the track's come off. I'm okay with that. Ended up being a super simple fix, maybe 45 minutes to an hour tops of us scratching our heads and doing a little research on YouTube, but super easy fix on that. We had some problems with the grapple for the skid steer. We were having like a hydraulic lock, so we couldn't actually get the coupler on there, and we went through all different things on the skid steer. Kind of find out it was just pressure on the lines of the grapple itself, so that was an easy fix to crack the lines on that, bleed out a little bit of that pressure, and everything popped right in. But yeah, yesterday Zach took the four-wheeler in the drag and ran through all this, leveled it off really nice. He is in the smaller blueberry field now doing the same thing. I am going to get set up with the tractor. I've got to put some fuel in it and start putting the Sunn Hemp seed as well as a little mixture of the iron clay piece. I don't know the full reason why we're adding iron clay piece to the Sunn Hemp. I guess the thinking part of me feels like it's just more like a filler in between the Sunn Hemp seeds, so they kind of build off each other. I'm sure there's a very scientific reason, and I'm okay saying I don't know what that reason is. I just know we're going to do it because that seems to be the go-to plan. Again, it's a legume, so it also helps nitrogen grow or become in place, or however that part of it works. Again, I'm not a farmer, but I am learning, I am researching, I am trying to be a sponge and soak up all the knowledge I can. It's been a good week, all things considered. I'm super happy that we're at this stage, and I can't wait for the next stage and the next stage and the next stage. And before we know it, we're going to be here and we're going to have some muscadines and blueberries growing. Then I'll be super excited about that. Super happy. I'm excited now. It's just I keep using the analogy that all of this idea is just stuck up here in this big old melon of mine, and I'm ready for it to get out of my mind and be a reality out here on these fields. We're going to fill up the old girl here with some fuel, and we're going to fill up the hopper with some seed, and we're going to finally get to work today on spreading seed. 3 days after I thought we'd start spreading seed, but that's okay. Here we go. All right, y'all follow along. Thank you. All right, let's get some stuff spread in here, dumped in here. So I had never heard of sun hemp before until we started hunting where we're at. I believe the landowners actually use it for some of their cover crops and everything. Just opened up here. I think our little strings have seen better days. I'm just going to cut it. I guess it's easier. Show you guys what this stuff looks like. Little black seeds, real fine. So yeah, this is a new one for me. We're going to try it. Drought conditions, and it likes the heat. So as of right now, that's where we're at in Northwest Florida. There's a lot of dryness. We'll say this, it's not super cheap to buy. It is more on the spendy side of things. But if it helps our fields, it is worth the investment. And your cowpeas, they're kind of the same kind of deal here. Just really small, got little bird's eyes. You see, iron clay peas, cowpeas, different names, same product. We're going to mix a little bit of this bag and put another thing of sun hemp in. Mix it all together. Hey Zach, can you bring that little shovel, please? That little small trench shovel. Just reach in here and mix this up a little bit. Got two different seed varieties. Now, there is a spinner in there, so you may hit that, but it's okay. And that little agitator in there, as it spins around, it'll help mix it too, but until it gets going, I want to have a good mix in there. Well, like I said earlier in the video here, this is our first time ever dealing with sun hemp. I'd never heard of it before. Have done a lot of research over the last couple months of just ways to improve the nutrient in this soil. As you can tell, it's super sandy, super dry, and we will have to obviously provide irrigation for all of our plants because they'll just, any moisture we get will go right through. But through all the research of sun hemp, it looks like this is going to be our best bet to improve the quality of our soil. We have about 2 acres of muscadines, 3 acres of blueberries, and everything I'm reading says that this sun hemp should provide over a couple of tons of biomass per acre, as well as 100 pounds of nitrogen per acre, which that would be huge for this property. We, as you can see in the video, I'm making my turns with the tractor, and I'm going probably, I don't know, 5 to 6 miles an hour, nothing too crazy. But I'm trying to space out my tracks about every 20, 22 feet, plus or minus. Reason is that hopper, with the PTO speed that we have, and then the speed of the tractor, it should be throwing out seed about 10 to 12 feet, plus or minus. So just trying to space out my paths where each row may get a little overlap, but I think covered pretty well. We did get a little rain right after the planting of this, and I can tell you that we do have some success, but still waiting to see it really get tall. And once it grows up and starts to flower, we'll mow it down, disc it in, and hopefully have some good results. Fingers crossed, at least. We need this to work. All right, this is the last field to get covered up with seed. Just put down 150 pounds of Sunn Hemp and about 75 pounds, excuse me, I put down 200 pounds of Sunn Hemp and about 100 pounds of iron clay peas. You can barely see them in here, but there's your iron clay pea, and there's your Sunn Hemp seeds. So we'll take the four-wheeler with a little drag. It's been pretty effective. I took the blocks off the front on doing this field over here, and I think it's done a pretty good job. So we get this thing covered up and pray for rain. We need the rain. So for me, this is a big deal. I don't know really quite how to explain it, but I am just excited to have this little business up and going. So families come out here, have fun picking muscadines, picking blueberries, some blackberries, some fruit back there in the little orchard that we'll get to next year or end of this year. But this is the beginning, guys. This is pretty cool, and I'm pretty happy with it. So hope you guys follow along. Those that are obviously new, we're a new channel. We just started this thing back in October, and I really want to do my best to document what we're doing here at Sunny Oak Hills. On top of that, we'll be obviously at the new construction house across the highway. But this is good. This makes me happy. But thank you all for watching. It means a lot to me, for those that follow along, and hopefully we can show some good things over the next several years. Again, we do this work now. We plant maybe late January, 1st of February of 2027, and then we're looking at least 3 years from that point before we can have people coming out here picking. So definitely a long-term plan, definitely a commitment to do this part now, knowing that we are still 4 years out basically before we could even think about recouping a dime of what's been invested. But again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sharing some of the excitement with me. Hope you guys enjoy it. Maybe a little bit boring now because it's just a lot of work, a lot of prep work that's necessary to have success down the road. So we're gonna close this thing out with Zach enjoying the four-wheeler. Yeah, we're in a good spot, guys. I'm super happy. I'd be happier if we could get some good rain. That's what every farmer wants. Just give me some rain. All right, seriously, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for being a part of this, and yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, let us know what y'all think about this adventure. First time for me doing something like this, so I'm learning as I go. Probably gonna make a lot of mistakes, but I'm excited to see these little phases, and each step brings us a step closer to completion. So all right, seriously, I'll quit talking now. Bye.